Miss Ali, unmute yourself, please.
That's okay. How old are you?
Me, I am 53. No, I'll be 53.
Okay, you have YouTube playing in the background. You need to mute it.
No, I don't.
Okay.
But we can stop that. Well,
Okay, so you're 53?
I am.
Okay, so what's the question? What are we talking about today?
Let me see if somebody else has a
Yep.
conversation.
Yep. Yeah, I'm hearing YouTube playing in the background, so you need to close the YouTube windows. I think you need to have open the StreamYard. Don't unmute yourself until you close the windows. I tell you one thing about my generation, man. We suck at technology.
So you're 53?
Man,
Okay,
you
so
have YouTube playing in the background or another window open.
I,
I'm going to mute you.
I
I
don't know.
keep hearing back. Stop unmuting yourself until you close down all the other windows. Okay. I keep telling her to stop unmuting herself, but she keeps doing it. One thing my Generation X, the people who grew up with Atari 2600 and stuff, my generation thought computers and software was a joke. And it fucking it grinds my gears to no end. The Generation X sucks at technology. You see me, and I am nimble with the technology, always learning. It's a goddamn shame that the people at our age who have the most wisdom suck at this stuff. I'm not saying you, Miss Ali. I'm just saying in general. Go ahead. Let me just say. Okay. Go ahead.
Great. No, I'm grateful to be on here. Finally, I was able to. I don't necessarily disagree, and I say in the most humblest manner, I am a Muslim,
Okay.
and I say I want to disagree. Oh, just humor me. And
Okay.
our women today that come on, I watch you, and it pains me sometimes. Their behaviors, matter, the way that they don't listen. And I'm divorced. I have three grown children, four from my husband.
Hmm.
Um, I think I might have a chance
So what do
because
you disagree about? What do you disagree with?
that a woman my age, the possibility of me finding a man or a man finding me or being chosen, um, I disagree. I think with the behaviors of my sisters, how unfortunate. I think that there's a great possibility. I don't need a six-figure man.
Okay, you talking about you or you talking about your sisters?
Me,
Okay.
yes.
A blind squirrel can find a nut.
No, 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 no. I listen
One.
to.
Okay, I let you speak unmolested. A blind squirrel can look up and find a nut.
Mhm.
What percentage chance would you give the average 50-plus-year-old unmarried black woman at finding a husband?
50%. And yeah,
You can't make this shit up.
should I,
He rolled for that, baby.
Ma'am, 1 in 4 black women will marry in their lifetime. And you're saying that women over 50 have a twice as likely chance. Please explain to us why.
well, thank you for the opportunity. And just in response to the conversations that you have, the attitudes, the non-cooperativeness. Yes, I am an older woman. I'm not looking for a six-figure income man. I'm an average woman. So just on that alone, no, just
But
that
ma'am,
alone.
but what you're explaining is why you're giving women a 50% opportunity to find a husband over age 50. That's what you said. You said,
Yeah. Well,
okay. Well, then, but you understand that black women today, all age ranges, 26% will marry, right?
okay, right.
So you're saying that that number doesn't matter. If you're over 50, you got a 50-50 shot of getting a husband. That's mathematically implausible. You can't make that math work. Why would you have a better chance to get married over 50 than you do at 20?
Oh, I didn't say in comparison to a 20-year-old. So my response is this: at my age, and you stating also, I can't give you the numbers that
Mm-hmm.
the men my age are looking for the younger women, and just by
Right.
listening to your platform,
Right. I'm listening. I'm going
oh yeah, some of us are not prepared. We're not wives, and like I said, humor me. It's just
I think
just
that
some good.
I think that you saying you saying two black women, you saying 100 black women 50 years or older. Just say 50 years old. You're saying in a room of 100 single black women 50 years old, you're saying 50 of them will get married.
Yeah, that's what I said. I would like change my answer, but I said humor me, yeah, because of the behaviors of my sisters,
Okay.
my black women. Yeah, I mean, I listen to your platforms, and sometimes it pains me the responses that we give, and
I
we don't
don't
even listen.
I don't
We
think
don't even.
I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying.
I,
Ma'am, if there were today, the number says that 1 in 4, in that room of 100 black women, only 26 of them will get married. And what you're saying is, I think that women over 50, if I gave you a room of 150-year-olds, 50 of them will get married. That doesn't make any sense. The number's supposed to be much less.
okay, great.
So you saying that, and when you came in and saying you don't think that I give the women a fair shot, you think that women my age is not over, and I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, but what is the first thing I said also was humor me though. But
Okay,
no, because like I said, I'm not looking for a six-figure income.
I
I
get it.
understand
I get it. It doesn't have to be six figures,
what
man.
average, yeah. And like
Hmm.
you say, yeah, I agree. There's a lot of single men out here that's looking for women. I
But they're
know
not looking
that
for 50-year-old
what
women.
yeah.
They're not looking for 50-year-old women. That's why I started asking women the question, what is life going to look like for you at 50? See, I understand, man, because you're in this position, and what women in your position have left, all you have is hope.
But you know what? I'm
Listen,
not a whole
listen,
I'm
listen,
not
listen, listen. I didn't say you. I said women in your position, because life has changed. When you were 21, women were in the driver's seat. You could determine if and when you went out. You determined if you went out on a date. You darn sure determined when sex happened, and you determined when the babies happened. That was 100% up to women. Men had to try to figure out the combination. We had to keep trying to come back, like going to the carnival, trying to win those little prizes. And y'all knew the combination, and y'all relished that because it was all weighted on your side. But what happens over age 30, the game changes. But in our community, because black don't crack, and of our culture, our women don't get the memo until they're almost 40, and it's 10 years too late. So many women are starting to, after 35, start to really start, oh, I want to be a wife, and then, but it's too late for many. So I talk to women who were over 45, and they're asking, where can I go find husbands and this and that? I'm like, where are the 60-year-old men looking to marry you? There are no men looking to marry you.
yeah.
If a man is 50, it's like I'm 52. If I were going to remarry, why would I marry a woman 50 and I can marry a woman at 28?
Oh, is that a question? No, I
Yeah.
understand that. But
But
believe
that's
me,
why I say the percentage chances are much lower because
it,
go ahead.
okay, then I will agree with that. When I first started, I said humor me.
Mhm.
I have gentleman friend 50 years old, and we have these type of conversations. You're gonna marry if you meet someone, Samir, they're gonna be your age or older. That I
Mhm.
understand. Now, mind you, I was married for 22 years.
Mhm.
I understand that. First of all, you said that we will want a stepdad. I have a 13-year-old son, and no, I don't. So, I'm not waiting like I have time, but I understand those things.
Well, ma'am, I didn't say that specifically to you. Okay, please don't
No,
apply.
no.
Well, when I say stepdad, ma'am, if you're marrying, the man will be a stepfather.
But yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so that's just a statement of fact.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
But you and your husband were married. Why did you guys divorce?
because we never communicated where we were, what we
Okay.
wanted,
All
we
right.
never ever
So how
really
long have
sat
you guys
down
been
and talked.
divorced?
That's a good question. And how to
No,
say,
it's just a legal question.
uh, wow, maybe I have to sit down because legally we're still married. We're just not together. He is in another relationship right now. So,
But you have a legal state marriage.
yes,
So
yes.
why not just do things the right way and just dissolve it?
End it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I listen to what you say. So he
because you
has a
can't move into another situation even if it presented itself.
yeah. So he had so he has a 2-family income. It would be plausible that he is the one that spends the money and file for a divorce. He's moved on with his life. I agree. I'm not a bitter woman, you know. So
Okay, one thing that I understand with us, we don't do things in order. Do you want to be remarried?
I would like to be. Yeah, I do.
Okay. Well, if you're not living together and he's in another relationship, the divorce needs to happen. But all I'm saying is that I'm a strong advocate for families staying together because when's the last time you had a date?
2 years ago, I went out on a date,
Okay,
and
ma'am. So how? Okay, so due respect. 2 years ago, you had a date,
Mhm.
and you're 50. At
Yeah.
that rate, you're not going to remarry. One date every 2 years don't cut it. And I'm tired of seeing Black women dying alone.
Ooh, yeah.
And it's like, well, we didn't get together, we didn't talk together. I don't care. I said this on Instagram last night. A woman asked me a question. She said she got married early on, had 6 kids, and she asked me, "Well, now my ex-husband was sniffing back around." And you know, I told her point blank. I told my ex-wife, she's remarried. I told her if she hadn't gotten remarried, and if I got to be around 65 years old, and she was still married, I'm like, oh, look here, we ain't got another but 10 years in this piece. We just need to go ahead and get remarried again and live in the house and do it for the family. You go to your front room, I'll go back over here.
Amen. Mhm.
Because this is stupid. I think the biggest gift we as Generation X can give to the Black community is saying we got bad information and we made bad relationship decisions. We didn't do it right. We had the war on drugs, crack, HIV, AIDS, Reaganomics. We had a lot. We had Generation X. I think history is going to be very sympathetic to us because we're almost like another lost generation. We never really had a chance. We're sandwiched between the baby boomers and millennials. But what we could do to the younger generation is tell them we should have stayed together.
And you know, and I agree. And you know, I wanted to share this with you too. I agree. I think that it did not do my children a justice. I have a 21-year-old, 18, 17, 13-year-old, and I think that it put something on their brains. It wasn't a positive for them. You know, we were married for 22 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Is he remarried? Is he remarried?
No, he's living with someone.
They can go away.
But you know, well, maybe
y'all are still legally married. Y'all are still legally married. And the way, and if I'm gonna use my Thanos glove, I'd snap that chick away, and y'all sit down and have a conversation with people, and we'd say, y'all need to sit y'all's ass down and figure out how to y'all talk to each other on Tuesday and Thursday and leave each other alone the rest of the week. You go up front room, he go in the back room, y'all live in the same house. You give him his insulin shot, he rub your feet, and then when he die, he be in the ground. When you die, you be in the ground next to him, and your kids can come see their mama and daddy next to each other, like we got a chance to goddamn see. I am
Yeah.
sick of seeing black graveyards with families upon families upon families, and we're going to be the first mother freaking generation of single people buried out there by ourselves. This is it's the one gift we can give them because we can't go back and we can't go back and undo. We made the best decisions we could with the information we had. We didn't want to end it this way, but for us that are still here, we can tell these young folks, stay together.
Yeah.
Stop trying to look for something else out here. You don't want to be out here doing this. So y'all are still legally married. This woman I talked to yesterday, she was a bishop's daughter, and she was involved in a relationship with a woman. And I said, you better go on back with your ex-husband. And you better figure something out.
Yeah.
Dating at this age, it sucks.
Yeah, it does. And you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say y'all can turn some heads, but I do understand what you're saying. A lot of men will sleep with me.
Turn some,
If
but
given
they don't want
opportunity.
you on. I mean, look, man, we ain't got. Look, come on now.
Yeah.
You ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing
Yeah.
new. I'd rather turn the channel. I'd rather turn the channel and watch Matlock or some shit. Come on now. I ain't trying to hear all these turn heads. Fuck all
Yeah.
that. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on. We didn't got past all that. But see,
I agree.
and these young people need to hear more conversations with people our age, realizing because they get their cues from us. We didn't need no man, this, that, da, 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 da. No, I would love to hear women of your age start telling younger women relationships are good. Men are for more than sex and provision. Men are worth something. And that's an inheritance that you can give your children, your daughters, and your sons that money cannot do. Give them relationships so they can have a better opportunity. Because our time is done. We're not going back. I mean, I could still get married and have kids, but for women, nature's made choices for y'all.
Oh yeah.
But the remainder of life could still be better together than apart. That's all I'm saying. Better together than apart. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Bye. Good. How old are you?
I'm 32.
All right. What's your question?
So I'm working my way up the corporate ladder, so to speak,
Okay.
and happen to find a woman that I think is high value or has a potential to be high value, and she could also help me with building my dream. So as you know, like trying to court a woman, especially long distance, could be a bit expensive, and you have to put some time and effort to it. So what would you recommend to other fellas like me on the way up in terms of trying to decide in that sort of situation?
Okay. You say you're on something about high value. You find a woman that you think's high value.
Right.
And you're doing what? You climbing the corporate ladder?
Yes, sir.
And you think she can help you do what? Build what?
Like some of my dreams.
What is that
It,
inside?
like in a sense of
Is that
in a
inside
sense
of
of
corporate America or outside?
or like starting my own business and like working for me.
Her job's to not help you build your dreams. Your job is to build your dream. She's supposed to nest. Sound like you're looking for a partner.
Nah, it's not what I want.
That's what you described. You described that you're in one location, she's in another, and she can help you build your dreams. Okay.
In a sense of, it's just an added bonus.
When do men go? When do you see men who are building anything go typically ask women for their assistance?
I don't.
So what are you talking about? Why can't you build your dream? Why can't you build your dream?
That's the idea.
No. I'm just going with what you told me, sir.
Right.
And what city or state is she in?
She's in Tennessee,
And what city or state are you in?
Southwest Florida.
How did you guys run across one another?
We met at a trip. I went to a trip to the city
How long ago?
about 5-6 months ago.
You're in Florida. She's in Tennessee. There are no women closer?
The thing is, it's I wasn't necessarily looking for a woman. The idea was to stay focused, keep grinding, and then
Your
like,
issue,
you know,
man. Your issue, man, is when I hear men talk about a woman building dreams, you're not ready to lead a woman. I've been there. This is going to fail. You're not supposed to. That's why I said, where do you see men building anything and they go ask women for help, even if the women can build? It's not their job. You should be able to build it on your own. And if you're building it on your own, do you have time for her? Do you have a job? No, not time. Do you have a job for her? Can you retire her to come leave her full-time job to work part-time for you? No, because you're still working in corporate America. You're talking about building your dream outside of something you don't already have. How many times have you been promoted in your career?
I'd say 2 times.
What's your title?
I'm a advanced applications analyst right now.
Do you have any direct report employees?
No. I'm at the point where
What is your manager's title?
my manager's title is system director.
How many direct report employees does he have?
It's just us.
It's just you and
Well,
him?
there's a one supervisor position, and then there's us,
Us meaning who?
the team members of the team.
Okay. How many direct reports does your manager have?
3.
Okay. How old is your manager?
Probably say a little over 40.
How long has he been with the company?
About 3 years.
Did he get hired in at this position?
No, he was with the company already.
Okay. So
Yeah, I've been with.
So you're supposed to be look, starting your own business is always complicated because if you don't ever have any employees that you actually hire and are responsible for, you're a producer. Means you have no management experience.
Right.
And until you really have management experience, it's hard to run a business.
Understood. And that was the idea for my next step, which would be to get into a manager position.
But you got to get into a manager position. Then you take your manager's job?
No, not his job. That would be the idea. Would be to go to a different city, or I'd have the flexibility or the option to go to a different city.
Is the company grooming you for that?
Yes. Like where I've been at.
In what time frame?
Not at my current company. They're not.
Okay. I said, is the company you're working for grooming you for that? You said yes.
I misunderstood.
The company you're working for is not grooming you for the next step.
No.
So in order to get to management, you'd have to go to another company to hire in as a manager.
Right.
Why would they do that? Why would they not just promote somebody like your company promoted your manager?
Where there's companies out there that has open positions for a manager.
Meaning They would be taking an individual contributor with no management experience and taking that's the companies that do that tend to be taking a risk. You're unproven. I know how it works, but I'm just trying to get you to understand. Your manager is 40 some odd years old and has 3 employees reported to him. You're 10 years younger. He got promoted up. There's nowhere for you to go. The only way for you to move up is to leave. But then any company that would hire you in as a manager with no management experience is somebody that I'm kind of looking side-eyed at. What are you doing to improve your skill sets to become a potential manager?
Each year I take courses, certifications to better myself, improve
Certifications
my
in
value. I got my project management certification last year. I
what?
took
Manager, project manager certification does what with personnel?
it teaches you how to work with a team.
A, work with a team. It doesn't teach you how to run a team. I understand what project manager is. See, in order to move to the next level, you're going to already have to have the skill to manage people because that's the trickiest thing you can do in a company. People are used to being producers, but to get to the next level, especially when your company is not saying, hey, we're going to send you to school, leadership training and this other kind of stuff. You're doing it on your own and you're doing stuff that everybody else is doing. Here's the punchline. You're going to need all that to go start your own business because you're going to have to do the job, you're going to have to manage your personnel and the client. This is why most people stay working for themselves. Working for corporate America because it's not as easy to transition out. And no woman's going to come along and bring all this to you. You got a lot of work to do. Companies aren't grooming people like they used to for the next step without people directly asking to be groomed for the next step. Have you gone to your manager's manager or your manager and say, I want to be groomed for your job?
I have, yep.
And who did you speak to, your manager or his manager?
My direct manager, yes.
And what did he tell you?
He's aware of the situation. He's actually referred me to other postings of places with different positions, and I actually have
Other companies?
Yeah.
But he hasn't started teaching you his job.
He has. He's very transparent.
Okay.
He shows us the ropes.
Okay, well, okay, I gotta run. But anyway, bottom line is you're not ready to start your own business, and damn sure I don't need a woman to help you build this. You got some other stuff to do.
And I'm working towards it. Thank you.
Okay, have a good day.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Spotlight News. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And may Mr. Kevin Samuels work stay forever, and may his soul rest in peace, and may his legacy stay forever because of the good work he did to the society. So today in this video, we are going to talk about two genders. We are going to talk about an old lady. She says she's 53 and she's looking for love. Remember, she had a husband and they divorced, and now she's looking for another man. But in my own opinion, I would say 53 years, you're already a grown up. Either you need to sit and raise your kids, or you be with someone you will get old with because you're already old. So I believe she has to just go back to their husband, then they make out, because at that age you already have to be home, watch your grandies, the kids, wait for grandies to wait, growing your kids, and now at 53 you're looking for someone who can take you out, who can have you, someone to date. Ah, mom, not in bad faith, but I think you're already going in menopause stage, and now you're looking for love instead of raising your kids. Even when your kids are grown up, they need to bring their grandies to you, grand jaja, you're already a grandmom, and now you're looking for someone who's affordable to be there with you. I think I disagree with this today, because I think at that age you're already settled in. What are you looking for? Lady, what are you still looking for? You're already a grown-up person. Yeah? I think there is nothing you're looking for. So this lady, I disagree with her today. So in addition to that, in our video, there is this man, because I wanted to bring out this pic because a lot of you have been coming out and you like Mr. Kevin could put down ladies. But if you're to hear how it spoke to this guy, It's like, allow me to quote this. It's like us people, we don't want to take the reality. This man came in, he's like, he needs a high value man, like how high value woman, like how you guys you always come to, well, most ladies come, I need a high value man, what, rich, what. But this time around, it's a gender man who comes in and is like, I need a high value lady and ready to be with me, ready to work out together, ready to do what, and you see how the world is skating sport. Yet gone are the days men would work for their ladies. But now if you find you two would be building family together, a lady and a lady, he or she is looking for someone who will support them financially, and I don't think that is even love, but they're looking for someone who will handle their benefits and support them financially, and in other words. So I think I would disagree with some things. I don't know whether you guys are part of me, but I would disagree. I would say 90% some things are very long. Like, you can't just really sit and be like, you know what, this is it, and at the same time, it's not a welcoming thing for you. Like, a man looking for a lady who can support you financially, then which type of a man are you going to be in that home? Because me personally, what I would say, if there is no person who is going to support you just like that from nowhere, and like, you want me to support you at the same time you want to act like the man of the family, allow me to tell you, dear man, there is no lady who will respect you and give you that power of being a dad at home when the lady is the one providing for the home, or the lady is the one working hand in hand to run the home. So I would say a man should go and work for their family, not getting a lady who has already made their money, unless you're telling me you're looking for, like, actually, why I'm going to connect this story to the other one, unless you're looking for a man, a lady like that one I've seen of 53, and she has just she's a retired lady, old lady, then you to take you through. But now you cannot find your age mates, and you want them to first have money, and those are the qualifications. Where are the love and the relationship going? It's all about money, it's all about what you're gaining from someone, it's all about what. So I'm just feeling pity for this our generation Z, because things are getting worse every day. Things are turning out bad every day. I don't know why, or why even that side it's like that, but I think things are getting worse every day and every time. So that is it. That brings us to the end of the video. Thanks for listening to me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Love you all. May God bless you, and stay tuned.